Hey guys, Tuesday morning, just looking out the window, and it is pouring, guys. I got a Good Foods shift scheduled today, and it looks like it's gonna be rainy the entire 4 hours that would be working. So I gave them a call and checked to see if it was like cool if I just didn't go in, and they said, yeah, sure. They get it. It's rainy. So instead of doing that, I'm playing some Elden Ring. Fighting some tree guy. Started a new guy just for fun. And, here's the rain again. It's letting up a little bit. Around 1, it seemed like it stopped, which I kind of felt bad. I was like, I would have 1 hour of not rain to work in. But ultimately, whatever. Play some Overwatch, hanging out, look outside again eventually, and it is rainy, so I'm like, yeah, maybe it would have been rainy if I did go in. But yeah, anyways, I got some messages from some VFX recruiting people, so I made a new demo reel. Hey guys, been spending I don't know, I guess kind of a while working on a demo reel, and figured might as well show it to you guys. Yeah, this is kind of a cheater demo reel. I'll just play it and then we can frame through it later. But it's a cheater demo reel in that this is all movies that I worked on doing the stereoscopic 3D conversion. But, there's so much more that goes into these movies. It kind of feels like, you're a fraud if you use this and say that you're a compositor on this when you just did the stereoscopic 3D conversion. But it is what it is, and it's kind of more impressive than just my personal work, especially since I haven't done any personal work in a long time for VFX stuff. But it's kind of a neat trip down memory lane as well. Show you guys some of the stuff that I did when I was at Legend. And yeah, I never really talked about it once I left or was laid off. But yeah, it's kind of a fun look through here. So that's the whole reel. It's about a minute long. Let's see if I can play this again. An easy way. Alright. I'm starting off with The Walk. This is like the first movie that I actually worked on. And it's a good movie to have in 3D. It's kind of a shame that I never actually went and saw the movie. But like, yeah, imagine big screen. You get nice shots like this where you're looking down. And just watching it a bit to get the clips for this, it seems like it's actually a decent movie. Like it's narrated in the storytelling way of the guy who actually did the wire walk between the Empire State Buildings. Maybe I'll actually watch it one of these days. But yeah. Finest Hours. This was one of the most teeth-grinding movies because like there are lots of VFX and added particles and stuff, but they are also using real water. And putting real raindrops into 3D is kind of a pain in the ass. Like you're individually going through and selecting a raindrop to like paint out and then get the difference between the frames and pull that forward in depth so it looks like it's actual 3D raining. And yeah, just there's so many long shots like holding on a character and it's raining and you're like, wow, I'm just spending like days looking at this shot kind of thing. And this is that's a CG shot, Maybe they had a big set boat somewhere, but when it's outside, pretty sure, Oh, and things like this, putting this into 3D is hard because you have the silhouette of the guy, and you come across the natural stereo artifacting where it's like, in one eye you'd be seeing a lot of that bright light, and then in the other eye you wouldn't be seeing as much of it. So then it looks weird in your eyes if you freeze frame it, but in motion it usually looks fine. But it's one of those things where you gotta be careful. So yeah, Maybe if you notice, like in the bottom, I have it so it lights up to be bright white when like this is a shot that I remember doing. Otherwise, it's kind of just in there for like continuity and like not to just show you some random clips that don't string together at all. But this is Goosebumps. Yeah. This was the first movie that Legend Toronto did entirely on our own. And I don't know, kind of proud of that. You know, our studio did a movie, you know? And this is a champ, he's jumping on a werewolf man. And this was like a paint through shot where our depth artist put everything into depth and then going through it frame by frame, I kind of like smooth things out. Since it's so fast, it's like occasionally maybe you'd like have to like do some actual separation, but I think it was just like, you know, blended together. Yeah, a pain, but worth it in the end. I feel like the other guys, whoever made the CG werewolf and blended it with the, I assume there's a guy in like a furry coat or something in the actual shot. But yeah, neat. Spider-Man. Yeah, I had to include Spider-Man. I feel like this was one of those shots or movies that we didn't do the whole movie on. And usually Stereo D was the company that got the Marvel movies. And they would often not be able to meet the deadlines, so they would contract us to do portions of the movie. Yeah, I distinctly remember doing this one because I was like, what is that purple thing on the ground? And not actually seeing Spider-Man when I was working on the movie, just seeing a web pull this bag out of frame. You know, of course, I'm going to leave that in the thing because otherwise, you know, the flow of the video is going to be weird if it was just like man jumps up and bag flies away kind of thing. Or you wouldn't even really notice that it was a bag. You'd just be like, man jumps up. And, you know, these movies they're cut so fast that a lot of the shots are like this, like Black Panther. This is probably like a total of 40 frames if I totally went through it, where he's jumping off the windshield. And that's a neat shot to work on, but, you know, maybe I could count it out. Yeah, okay, so that's maybe like 30 frames, not even, of him jumping. And then, you know, the cool factor of Black Panther, I'm just going to leave in him like peeking through here, that's cool. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok. Was not sure what this movie was going to be like because they're like using guns and are in space. And based on the first Thor that I saw, I was like, this is weird. But I got one of those money shots of them walking through, blasting at the camera. That was nice. Like putting these the laser beams into depth. Yeah, a real 3D moment for you. They're shooting at the camera. That cheesy moment everybody loves to shit on stereo 3D for. But, it's kind of fun. Man, what can I say, you know? It's a fun movie, too. So, yeah. Thanks for watching my ramblings of the demo reel. Yeah. Who knows, I might start working at some VFX company, but probably not. I figured I'd just put it together because it's one of those things I always kind of meant to do. But, yeah. Anyways, peace out, guys.